My name is Samantha Kuhn, Staneart, and I'm the costume designer and just general costumer of Into the Woods at Lyric Arts. So it started with the scenic design. The design was done as part of a contest. So it was done before I even started. So it was great. I got to see the design of the scene first. And then Matt and I met, the director, and we decided that we would set it in just roughly 1830 in France. He kind of let me pick what I wanted to do because he wasn't really sure. His only parameter is that it was 19th century and somewhere in the Western world. So I picked France because some of the peasant wear was really interesting. And then 1830s is a period that there are not a lot of plays during, especially ones I've been able to work on, so it was a period I was interested in designing. And it's kind of a fluffy period, it's the Romantic period, so there's a lot going on that can be very fanciful and fun. So I decided to go with that. Also, the Romantic period is also kind of, there's a portion of it is the Gothic revival, and so there's also really dark stories like Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, and different stories like that that came out during that time, which was also an influence because of the darker elements in Into the Woods. I don't know if I was really trying to tell too much more of a story, but it was more of an aesthetic feel in general. I wanted to play off the set. The set has a lot of texture and it's very, very natural. Everything is woods and leaves and things you can find outdoors. So part of what I decided to do was go with a lot of texture, a lot of pattern. Like this dress in particular has a lot of a very loose woven texture to it. So I was going to use texture to help tell the story of each character. The characters laid out on the table here are of a lower, more peasant class, so they have a lot of texture, a lot of roughness, very outdoorsy colors. We also talked about the show being set in fall in the woods, so we decided to stick with more of a rich color palette. Not a lot of bright primaries, but more in the oranges and hunter greens and sages and stuff. And then along with the texture, when you get to the upper class people, especially like Cinderella's ball gown, the texture is a lot smoother, it's a lot more refined. But I still wanted to keep some texture in there, especially the stepsisters. Lucinda's fabric is shiny and light, but it still has a crinkle in it, so there's still some kind of interest. Also, Florinda has a nice even roughness to it, as well as like the laces and the patterns. So I thought that would be a good way to go along with the set design. I didn't want them to become too much like the set, because they are not the woods. They live in the woods, and they don't necessarily like being there all the time. So we didn't want them to blend in too much. So far, I really am enjoying the ball gowns, all of them. Florinda and Lucinda especially, I've started working on them, so they need to be fit, so I haven't got to do all the trimming yet, but I'm really excited about what those two are going to look like. Also, favorite pieces so far, the witch's wig makes me pretty excited. Also, I don't have it here, but Rapunzel's wig is probably one of my favorite things I've ever made. It's 15 feet long, yellow hair, full of flowers. It looks really great on her. They've been using it in rehearsal already, and she's doing a great job. I'm excited to show them movement of costumes. I'm really excited about that. Part of the reason why I went with the 1830s is the skirts have a lot of fullness, and so they should move really fun. Also, I'm excited for them to see things change really fast, like the witch's transformation, Cinderella with her ball gown, and then all of the switching of shoes that happens. I think will be really exciting when it can happen, 30 seconds, 45-second changes can be really exciting for the audience to see, and that's all engineered with me and the stage manager and the actors, and so I think it looks very magical.